Imagine the scene. A gray morning at New York's John Fitzgerald Kennedy International Airport. The loudspeakers echo indistinct announcements. The wheels of suitcases glide over the polished floor, and the immigration officers stamp passports in a monotonous rhythm. Routine. The kind you stop noticing until a woman steps up to counter number 3. Nothing remarkable at first glance. Around 30, beige coat, calm gaze, passport in hand. She hands it over to the officer, a man trained to catch the slightest irregularity. He flips through it absent-mindedly, then freezes. The document looks official. Hardcover, security hologram, perfect photo, neat signatures. But one line catches his attention. Under nationality appears a word he's never seen. Torenza. He frowns, types the name into the U.S. government database. No result. He searches the CIA World Factbook. Nothing. Neither the United Nations records nor geopolitical maps list it. The country doesn't exist. The officer looks up. "Madam, where are you from?" She smiles politely. "From Torenza." Her tone is steady, as if the question were absurd. "It's in Europe, between France and Spain." The man exchanges a glance with his colleague. "Between France and Spain, there's only one small territory, and it's not Torenza. By procedure, they call their supervisors." A few minutes later, the traveler is escorted by 2 agents into an interview room. She sits down, visibly more surprised than frightened. Her passport lies on the table. High-quality paper, golden seal, complete serial number. An expert shines an ultraviolet lamp over it. "Nothing suspicious, I don't understand," she says calmly. "I come to New York often for business. Torenza is a member of the European Union, you can check." But the computers still show nothing. Even the currency she pulls from her purse to prove her good faith has never been seen by anyone. The bills show the image of an unknown king and inscriptions resembling French, but slightly distorted, like a dialect from a parallel world. As the agents question her, a curious employee secretly records the scene on his phone. A few seconds of footage. The woman's calm, the puzzled faces of the officers, the tense silence of an airport room. Hours later, the clip leaks online under the title, "Woman stopped in New York with a passport from a non-existent country." Within 24 hours, the Torenza passport woman video floods the internet. The images are short and grainy, but enough to trigger a worldwide storm. On TikTok, millions of views. On X and Instagram, endless threads analyzing every frame. Everywhere the same question: where is this woman from? Some claim to recognize her accent. Not Spanish, not French, not Italian. Others zoom in on the passport, insisting they see unknown symbols and unrecorded alphabet. The more confusion spreads, the stronger the fascination grows. Soon, theories explode. To mystery enthusiasts, she's a dimensional traveler, from a parallel world where Torenza truly exists. To sci-fi fans, she slipped through a time rift, a glitch in the Matrix. To the spiritual, she's a sign, proof that multiple realities coexist without ever crossing. But beyond the fantasy, one detail fuels the legend. The eerie parallel to an old story, forgotten by many but famous among mystery lovers. The case of the man from Taured. In 1954, at Tokyo's Haneda Airport, a well-dressed businessman presented a passport issued by a country called Taured. As now, Japanese authorities verified everything. No country of that name existed. The man calmly insisted he came from a European nation again located between France and Spain. His documents, currency, entry stamps all appeared genuine. He was placed under hotel surveillance. By morning, he had vanished without a trace, and as if he'd evaporated. Since then, the man from Taured has become urban legend, for some a spatial anomaly, for others a hoax. But every time something strange happens in an airport, the tale resurfaces. And now in 2025, a woman repeats the same script, same geography, same calm demeanor, same mystery. For many, this is no coincidence. She's from the same world, they write. Taured has become Torenza. The frenzy turns viral. Accounts devoted to unexplained phenomena create dramatic edits. Headlines compete. The traveler from a forgotten world. The return of the Taured passenger. Proof of a parallel universe. But in the shadows of this excitement, some voices rise. Journalists, digital imaging experts, data analysts. They notice inconsistencies. The terminal lighting doesn't match JFK's. The uniforms look off. The background audio, airport announcements comes from a royalty-free sound file used in multiple videos. Something doesn't add up, but for most it's already too late. The myth is alive. While the world debates the lost nation of Torenza, fact-checkers dig deeper, not into maps but into pixels. And what they uncover ends the mystery, or rather, redefines it. First discovery: the viral video was never shot at JFK. The officers' uniforms don't match US customs standards. The display boards in the background belong to a European terminal, and reflections in the glass reveal a set that doesn't exist anywhere in New York. Second clue: the woman's face. At first glance natural, but frame by frame movements are slightly off. The hair shadows don't follow the lighting. The lip sync, too perfect. AI specialists confirm it's a deep fake, a computer-generated face superimposed on an actress filmed elsewhere. The famous Torenza passport, also digital fabrication, the logo, stamps, typography, fragments from real documents fused with advanced image tools. A montage so precise it fooled millions, if only for a moment. The hoax traces back to an anonymous account on a video platform, posted as a social experiment, but within hours it spiraled out of control. What was meant as a demonstration of deepfake progress became a global legend, and here lies the real story. Because in truth, it's not about that imaginary woman. It's about us, our urge to believe what defies logic, our need to feel the world still hides mysteries, and our fading ability to tell reality from fiction when the two look identical. Journalists eventually confirmed no passenger was detained at JFK that day. No country called Torenza exists in any archive or diplomatic database. And no Alina Verde, the name often linked to the video, has ever been registered anywhere. Everything was fake, but flawlessly executed. And perhaps that's the real message. We've entered an era where lies can perfectly mimic truth, where a simple edit, an artificial voice, and a synthetic backdrop can create a global myth. The woman from Torenza never walked through an interdimensional portal. She emerged from an algorithm, yet her story reveals something deeply human. Our fascination with the inexplicable, our hunger for escape, our vulnerability before the magic of a well-told lie. So next time a video appears on your feed, too strange to be true, remember, it may not be a sign from another world, but merely an illusion born from this one. Because today, the mystery no longer hides in airports. It lives inside lines of code.